the studios asks, are you going to move Brendam Docks when the suspension bridge extension is finished? No. I'd like to, but as of right now, no. Because of how big it is, where it's located, it's kind of iconic to my layout. I would like to get a bigger board and move everything forward a bit. That way I can have some areas for ships and boats and stuff to have Cranky and Big Mickey unload stuff and all that. So that is that. Alright, so next question. It's Just Me, Tay 2006 asks, how do you feel about season 22? Already spoken about this. How do you feel when they replace Edward Henry? Not a big fan of season 22. It's okay. It's not the best thing ever. To me, I really don't feel, well, they replaced them. But they really shouldn't do that, actually. Because those are the cool characters. I think what they should have done is they should have scrapped the whole Steam Team deal. And if they wanted to keep the Steam Team, add on 2 more birds. Or something like that. The Steam Team deal, it's old. It's horrible to me. I don't like it. I like it, back in the classic series, that you saw different engines in the sheds, like a real working railway and all that. It's just not, I don't like it anymore. So, that is my thoughts on that. Overall Cat Studios. Question 1, will you ever redo your layout? And question 2, can we have another layout tour? When the railway extension is finished, I will do a layout tour. And hopefully, one where you guys are on the train. Because I need to buy a GoPro camera sometime down the road. And that way you guys can have an actual layout tour from the point of view of the engines. So, that is that. Will I ever redo my layout? I'd like to. Move some stuff around. Where this is the main part of the layout here, I can't. I really, really can't, because it's nailed into the walls. It's all nailed into the walls. So, yeah, the only thing I can really redo is the scenery and the scenics around the tracks. That's about it. One of these days I would like to move Knapford Station out of here and put it on a bigger board. That way I can have more tracks for the yards and the station itself, and actually build an actual two-scale station. That way you can incorporate the 2 tracks, the 6 tracks, and have 2 going into each of the canopies. So that is that. Alright, so Olga Colo, sorry if I'm messing up your name. Thoughts on Duchess and favourite character? My favourite character is Gordon, as you guys already know. Thought on Duchess? She's the current one, it's okay. I didn't like the representation of Duchess. I like my representation of Duchess. That's how it should have been. If they wanted to do Duchess, they should have done the Duchess of Hamilton. But it's okay. She's an okay engine. She's a very nice engine. I like her design. But we were all kind of let down when it was another type of Duchess. We all thought it was the Duchess of Hamilton, but it wasn't. It was the Duchess of Loughborough or something like that. So, yeah, that's my thought on Duchess. Sandeep's Custom Models 3 asks, how do you make the 3-volt engines? What I do is I take an engine, hopefully you guys can see this, take an engine, put the 3-volt thing here in the tinder, connect the wires up to the deal, so that way the battery is not in the engine, it's in the tinder. Very, very simple to do. Which custom engine you made is your favourite? Your triplex? The triplex? What engine is your favourite, least favourite? How did you make Vickerstown Station? Which engine is your favourite, least favourite? Well, my favourite is Gordon. I really don't have a least favourite. I like them all, actually. So, that is that there. So I can't really answer the least favourite question. So, yeah. How did you make Vickerstown Station? I didn't really make Vickerstown Station. It is from a Geotrax Grand Central Station, or Central Station, Grand Station, or something like that. From, I think, about 2008. Got that at Goodwill. And so I decided to use it as a Vickerstown Station. Very, very nice station to have on my railway. The bad thing is I don't have the step ladders to make it stand up, so it's kind of wobbly on one end. Are you going to make any female custom engines? Maybe down the road. I'd like to. I think I've actually already made one, Duchess. So if that answers your question, I've made Duchess, a female engine. She will be in Marvels of the Mainland. But I would like to make some female engines down the road, some more of them. Are you going to make any? Are you going to make a custom Carly? No, not a big fan of Carly. I'm just going to keep it to Cranky and Big Mickey, because as you guys can see, the dock side is already full as it is. Are you going to make any international episodes in this series? Yes, I actually had a plan for an Ashima episode down the road. It was supposed to be done last year for season 4 for right now, but I couldn't do it because my iPad went kaput. So I lost all my season 4 stories and season 3 stories and season whatever stories. So I did have an international episode planned, but it got deleted, so I have to rewrite it and all that. So it's supposed to be about Thomas and Ashima going to the Nilgiri Mountain Railway, and I was supposed to And which Thomas episode or which Thomas movie is your favourite / least favourite? My favourite movie has to be the Sodal's Legend of Lost Treasure, and my least favourite has to be Day of the Diesels. Not a big fan of it. They ruined Dieselton's character. It was just utterly horrible. So that is that. Okay, next one. He has 2. Daniel 95 Productions asks, I know I've asked this question before, but I decided to put them here. Are you planning to replace your Trackmaster 2 engines with Playrail or classic Trackmaster ones, such as your classic Trackmaster Henry, for instance? You know that Playrail is better than Trackmaster 2, right? Yes, I know. Also, are you planning to get the updated Playrail CGI Thomas? No. I'm going to get the Trackmaster updated CGI Thomas with the Annie and Clarabelle and all that, so I can replace the Annie and Clarabelle I got now. Yeah, I know they're better. Trust me, I know. But you know, there's so many things that I can't do with Playrail. I can't make them hyperspeed or go fast or anything. The rubber band on the wheels deteriorate easily on the Playrails if they set for too long. So while I like Trackmaster 2 in its own deal, it's just what I collect. It's what I do. You know, I would like to get some older Playrail stuff like Edward and James and all that, and kind of redo my fleet. But for right now, I'm going to stick with Trackmaster 2, just because you know it's what's available. So that is that. And here's another one. What is the rarest engine or other item you have in Trackmaster scale? I think the rarest one is Playrail Oliver. I think that's what I've got. Playrail Oliver, and I think. Oh, and Trackmaster Rocky, the Hit Toys version. Trackmaster Rocky. Okay, HunterTube asks, do you remember when you watched my layout tour video? Yes. Did you fix your turbo, Thomas, yet, or did you just scrap it? Well, I didn't fix it because it's a pain to get apart. I just bought another one. I'm going to use that for a war custom or a rocket or something like that. Kind of make some funny little skit with him in it. So yeah, that's about it on that. So I still got it, he still runs, but I'm going to use it for something else. Trainboy53 Productions asks, thoughts on Emily finally gaining number 12 in series 24? I like that. It's really, really cool. I think it's really, really awesome. So now I wonder if they will update the Trackmaster Emily with the number 12, if they redo her deal. If they do, I'll get her. The bad thing is I'll have to update Emily with number 12. So I may have another Emily tender around here. I think I do actually somewhere. I'll just put number 12 on there. So if I want to swap the tenders around, have the original tender or the number 12 tender, I can. So that is that. Will you do a test run of the original 12 Steam team members? Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Duck, Donald, Douglas, Oliver, and Emily. Maybe down the road. Will you make another? Well, will you make an episode about Edward and Henry working together, and one about Thomas? I have a couple about Thomas coming soon. I do want to do a Edward and Henry one down the road. Maybe with the deal with Big World, Big Adventures, because I kind of poke fun at some of the stuff in the series, so I may do something like that with Edward and Henry, thinking they got replaced or something like that down the road. So, favorite customs you've made so far? Well, the suspension bridge, the whole deal with the suspension bridge, I do like that custom. Norman, right here. Duchess, there was another one I just made. Oh, I updated Mallard. You guys have seen that in the 10K video. So yeah, that is from Trainboy53. Productions. Okay, Nathan Animation. Have you voiced a character in someone else's series? Yes, I have voiced Sir Top Hat in Mega Hedgehog X series, and I have voiced Gordon in JB Dolan Studios series. I think he changed his name. I forget what it is. But yeah, I've voiced a couple of characters in some people's series. You know, it makes it fun to hear your own voice coming out of someone else's series. It's kind of fun. So I kind of get why people do it. You know, and the higher ups in the community. Are you planning to make more Thomas and Friends remakes? No, I'm not doing those anymore. Maybe here or there, but remakes are kind of out the window since everything is all cracking down on YouTube, the whole copyright stuff and all that. Remakes are kind of out of the window. Plus, I'd like to make my own original content. Yeah, remakes do good for views, but it's only for just a short time. I'd rather make my own content, make my own stuff, and not have to rely on remakes to bring in the views. So remakes are kind of a thing of the past in my book, because one, the copyright stuff, and two, it's a sellout type of deal to me. So that's that. Predictions on the jet engine added to CGI. Well, I saw Marvelous Machinery and why? It was horrible. The only good thing I liked was the end chase. And they cut out, they had a chance to bring back a classic location. Spoilers, they had a chance to bring back a classic location, the airport, but Gordon wrecks it! Gordon wrecks it! You gotta be kidding me! Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the he's heading to the airport. I was like, oh yay, finally we'll get a redemption for this crap! But no! They just slapped in the face! That would have been awesome if we would have got to see the airport in CGI. That would have been really, really cool. But yeah, I didn't like it very, very much. But the jet engine, that was a nice callback to the deal. So yeah, it was okay. It was kind of cool, but I liked the. I guess it looked like Albert Einstein, but I forget what the character's name was called. I liked him. He was kind of cool. So that is that. What is your favorite custom you have made and why? The suspension bridge, as you guys know. If you reached 100k subs, what would you do? I don't know. I honestly don't know. That would be amazing. Amazing if I know 100k subs. And probably one of these days we will. That's my dream. I'd like to hit 1 million subs down the road one of these days. But good things come to people who wait. I mean, we made it to 10k already, and I'm happy for that already. So I don't want to kind of push it. But yeah, 100k. I don't know what I'd do. Probably cry, because that is a pretty good achievement. And you get a play button. That's kind of cool. You get a play button for 100k. So that's kind of cool. I'd like to down the road. I don't know what I'd do. Probably a big, huge celebration deal or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know what I'd do. I'll have to think about it when it happens. So yeah, that is from Nathan Animation. Yanksy 1974 asks, what is the worst character on Thomas and Friends? I really don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll have to think about that. Maybe Bash and Dash. That's about it. Do you know Thomas 1, Edward 2, Henry 3? No. I don't know him personally. But I've heard of his stuff. I think, didn't he make a Garrett engine? Like with the face at the beginning, face in the middle, and face at the back? I think that's what he did. He makes some pretty good content. If he's the one that made that Garrett episode, the Cyril Garrett or something like that, he does very, very good episodes. But if that's not him, I don't know. So if it's him that made it, he does really, really good content. Whoever made that, if that is him, he made that good. He's a really good content creator. But if it's not him, I don't know who you're talking about. So that is that. What is the best character? I don't know really. Probably. There's so many characters. Probably maybe Edward, Henry, Percy. I don't know. Do you have trains? I guess that's trains. TRAINZ. It's that computer program. No, I don't have that. These are my trains. Right here. Right here. So no, I don't have trains, mate. I'd like to. A lot of people do some really, really good stuff in that computer program, and it's really, really cool what people can do. What is the best Railway Series book and the worst? So the best Railway Series book to me is Enterprising Engine. The worst one, I really don't have an opinion on that, so I really can't choose because there's so many books and I'll have to read them all through to find an answer to that. Are you planning to put a 12 on Emily? Yes. What countries have you been to? I haven't been to any countries. I've lived in the US for many years, and I'd like to visit England. I'm not actually English, but I'd like to visit England. What's your favourite real train and railway? My favourite real train is the Big Boy. My favourite railway is the Talyllyn Railway. I do like that little railway the best. It's kind of a neat little railway. So the Talyllyn Railway is one of my favourite little railways. Are you going to make Neil? Will you make Neil? I'd like to down the road. Is a law on your show? I don't understand that question. So I really can't answer that. Is the law on my show, or is the law of the episodes I do on the show? On the show. On the show. I really don't know how to answer that question. So sorry if I can't answer that last question.